Thank you, everyone. Fabulous to be here, and thanks for the opportunity. I'd too like to acknowledge the Quandamooka people, the lands and waters and winds and viruses we meet on today, and it's been one of my pleasures at the Council for Division 2 to have such a meaningful dialogue with our Quandamooka people, so that's been a special privilege. Some of you, a lot of you will know me from the last few years, but some of you don't. I'm a physiotherapist by trade. Lived in the area for over 30 years now. Had a business here for 25 in Cleveland, and then stood the council. I was lucky enough to get in and have absolutely loved it and continue to love it and want to continue the good work that I feel I'm doing now. What a fantastic area we live with. I've heard a few stats thrown around tonight, so I'll just cherry pick a couple as well. 98% of people in our population love living here, and 93% would say to others that they know, come and live here. So there's a couple I've cherry picked as well. I'm really positive about our future. Our collective prospects are really very bright. They very much are. We've got some headwinds though and some challenges, and that's why we need, and these things are things like natural disasters, climate change, COVID viruses, a softening world economy. There are many challenges that we have. So what we don't need are protesters. After you've done a protest, you've got to start actions. What we don't need are people with motherhood statements and no ideas. So tonight, I'm going to show you how I've honoured my commitments. I've delivered some very important and strategic decisions over my time in some pretty tricky situations. And I've got a clear vision for the future as well. So, as the incumbent, that's fantastic that I'm going to be able to demonstrate to you all those things. Because I am one of those leaders with a proven track record. So I'm glad to highlight some of these achievements both in Cleveland and Northern Jereba. But first, knowing the audience I'm in, let's have a little chat about Toondah. Toondah, of course, I think we all want the same thing. We want the maximum amount of infrastructure we can get with the minimum amount of impacts. Everyone wants change, no one wants to change. And that's just the reality of our life. Interestingly, it is a federal process at the moment, not shying away from a future role of council who's going to have to make some pretty good decisions to make sure it's delivered if and when a proposal comes to council with the maximum benefit to the community and the minimum impact. That's our role in the future. Currently it does sit with the federal government, of course, the EPBC process, likely to take another 12 to 18 months, and won't that be fantastic to get that science? Whether or not Toondah or a version of Toondah ever goes ahead, we get that science for our area. We get to keep it and we can use it in the future. So that's very good. And last thing, because I don't want to spend too long on the topic, happy to talk about, you can look at my website, that should be uploaded soon, happy to take conversations afterwards, etc. on this. But the Ramsar Convention itself does not preclude development. It's just one of those inconvenient truths to perhaps some in the audience. But what Ramsar does say is the wise use of wetlands. It defines the wise use of wetlands as maintenance, this is from Ramsar, maintenance of their ecological character, who wouldn't argue with that, achieved through the implementation of an ecosystem approach, fantastic, that's the assessment's underway, within the context of sustainable development. Pretty good statement. So what's sustainable development? I look at the UN, there's 17 principles, and they of course include things like air quality, water, land, sea, the critters, absolutely. Who doesn't want that? It also talks about equal opportunity, economic development, abolition of poverty. So just food for thought, get the information, and enough said on that for the moment. But There is nothing to support or oppose at the moment apart from the proposal. And let's get the truth. I'm not afraid of the truth. If the truth is inconvenient to us, the city, it needs to be scaled down. It needs to go away. Then we've got another problem. But if the truth is less impactful, we've got a different conversation. So I encourage you all to stay engaged as you are, stay interested, but let's do it with the truth. Thank you on that one. Okay. Right, I think I might move straight through some of the achievements. So, actually this was I call this my soft and feely brochure I put out, because it does include some of the statements that, unless you've got something to back them up, could be considered motherhood. But things like a strategic Cleveland Town Centre revitalisation plan. When I wrote that, I hadn't achieved, well, it was a fantastic win in Chambers. Took a risk, took it to my colleagues to have for the first time a long-term, properly funded strategic management of the Cleveland Town Centre. Before this, we've had a series of projects, some have been good, some have been not so good, wins and losses. But never has there been an overarching plan, never has that been properly funded through the years, and I've achieved that as an opportunity. Now that's going to need the support of council into the future. That is new, innovative, and I delivered it. So I'm very proud of that. But at this point, let's see who gets elected, and those of you that love Cleveland as much as I do, vote for those councillors that love Cleveland and the town centre, because if you watched the council debate, very interesting to see how devoid of ideas some of the councillors have become, how they have given up and they were prepared to abandon the capital of our city, where many of us love and adore, and the history and the heritage and our souls and our DNA are in that place. And I was appalled at some of the conversations in that chambers, and you can watch them all, they're all public on video. Very transparent. So, let's talk about North Stroke Island in Jereba. Absolutely amazing. The long-term benefits of that place and the long-term future is astounding. It's going to be miraculous. In the short term, however, we've got some serious problems. At the moment, the state government has given us a series of wish lists and projects, but talk about infrastructure. Where is it? Where is that infrastructure, transport and otherwise, that is going to underpin some of the magnificent projects they've got planned over there? And I fear that that is going to fall back on you and me and your hip pocket, because if the state, as they have done before on Simbi, walked away from this community without helping us to deliver the infrastructure deserved, guess who pops it in the net? Any councillor that's elected, so welcome to the party if anyone gets elected here. And stress in the chambers whenever? Yeah, sure, it happens. But you know where the real stress is? In your families. So just before you press send on that angry email or that Facebook post, you may want to think of the families that you're affecting in that too. 3 minutes? Oh, wow. Okay. Looking at Stradbroke Island, some of the fantastic achievements. Those of you that are there, I don't know. Anyone from Australia here tonight? Right, so I'll just whip over then, seeing as you're not here. The John Street loading ramp, years was it closed. I've got it delivered. Point Lookout sewer backlog process. Had been stalled for years. I've got it back underway and I'm looking for multiple year funding for that, which is a new council initiative that I'd like for. Strong federal advocacy. We've got more digital connectivity. The NBN's going in a beautiful fibre around the island, not switched on yet, but it's coming through. That was us pushing for it. Cylinder Beach, stalled master plan. I'm going to bring back a much more strategic, paced, realistic and sustainable plan for there. $6.5 million a year is the average operational and capital spend on Ninjarra. Still has some gravel roads, by the way, Division 5 candidates, and every time the 1.4 million that I think we have on Simbi this year, 0 gravel roads in Australia being sealed. So this is the yin-yang debate we have. So every child doesn't get a prize every year. Cleveland, I've already talked about the town centre results we've had with that strategic plan. Extensive road resealing and resurfing, Middle Street, Kyling Lane, Doig Street. We've got the more of the medium density construction, exactly where it's been since 2006. the zoning has been in place. So if anyone's surprised, we haven't been looking. That's exactly where it's meant to be, at the end of the train line where all the public transport is. They're the sort of things, people who shop and will revitalise the town centre, keeping shops open later, etc. Kyling Corner, if you know, with the bench, and Doug and Pearl and those up, very proud of that. I achieved, state government gave up their management of that corner to council. That led to the outdoor dining with Doug and Pearl and the bench. That led to them expanding, even led to the tattoo shop, who were doing very well living around the back. A fantastic example of business, government, on two levels working together, and council, who delivered some great stuff there. Into the future for Cleveland, I want to see it as Queensland, if not Australia's most livable centre. I see it as a people place. We need more people in the core. And it needs to become an entertainment and service hub. Retail, of course, the historic retail 20 years ago, well, we know what's happened. Online shopping, GFCs, etc. It ain't coming back into the Cleveland core unless it's bespoke. What will come back, perhaps government offices, major companies that we can bring through, more residents, more health, more services, physiotherapists, etc. All those sort of people are moving back into the core. It's an evolution, not a revolution, and I'm going to make it the most well-lit, well-shaded, most vibrant centre. I think it is a fantastic place and will continue to grow. So, thank you.
Thank you, Peter.